Routine and repetition of the everyday is something of importance in my work. The first animation runs on a continuous loop, with no beginning or end. The endless actions, metamorphoses of everyday objects, and repeated tasks are often doomed to fail. For example, the overflowing of a coffee cup, balancing objects on top of each other, and objects falling over. They hold an element of slapstick, a sudden jolt in a smooth sequence like an absurd attack of hiccups in everyday life. Laughter is an unusual product in art. Humour is somehow believed to be in opposition to serious and important art making. The use of humour is often quietly destructive and is an effective tool in gaining our attentions to the ambiguities and absurdities in our daily experience. The animations, once static images, are made to dance, lending a comic touch to otherwise banal everyday occurrences, and create a distance between the viewer and the everyday by playing with perception and offer no essential signifying function, only snippets of ambivalent meaning. Repetition has both tragic and comic aspects. Nothing is more appalling and at the same time ludicrous than the individual condemned to the same action over and over again. In Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus, he treats the mythological narrative of the Sisyphean tale as the locus for interrogating humankind's futile, unexhausted search for meaning and purpose in an unintelligible world. Camus concludes the essay by asking one to imagine Sisyphus happy. Repetition can now be seen as a kind of freedom. When Sisyphus descends the mountain free from his burden, he is aware. He knows that he will struggle forever, and he knows that this struggle will get him nowhere, so can live without hindrance. The second animation is a performance of a Scythian loop. It signals the break or rupture in the relentless flow of senseless actions. When the fish reaches its fate as bones, it acts as a space for thinking in vain of Sisyphus.